Coach, you guys probably just begin Hunter, what's Hunter's status?
Uh, Kind of day to day. We'll see. I mean, it's nothing long term. It's something to see how he responds to treatment and see how the week progresses, and we'll go from there. We'll, early on in the week, especially, we'll give Ricky some more reps. Um, but we for this week probably doubtful for this week, but like I said, it shouldn't be anything long term. He's already a lot better, and he's responding to treatment. So
That happened on the first pass, was it, or
yeah,
pass to Durkin, or
first play of the game, or no, the first play, I think first pass. That
first pass?
yeah,
How thankful are you to have a guy named Ace who's played some football for you, been in big playoff situations, know that you have the confidence on him to win there?
yeah. He's we have a lot of confidence in Nate, and you know he's played a lot of football. We have a lot of confidence in him, and obviously it's nice having Ricky, guy with some experience to um, even though he hasn't taken a lot of snaps this fall, but we know he can go in there and help us in a pinch. So it's part of the game. You have guys get nicked up, other guys got to step up. I thought Nate played pretty well.
He obviously brings a lot to the table in terms of experience and being able to, advance the ball with his feet. Does he make you nervous at all, though, especially when you lose Hunter, with how aggressive he is running the ball?
No, it's just the way he plays. It's you see him even during fall camp. He hurt our defense at times running the football, and I think he's a good all around quarterback. You have a lot of confidence in him throwing it, and he makes good decisions. And I think he's really developing into a good football player. And like I said, we have a lot of confidence in what he can do.
For the second straight week, though, defenses pitched shutouts in the second half. Those guys meeting your expectations?
Uh, I thought we could have played better defensively. I thought, especially early on in the game, I thought we were a little bit sloppy, especially tackling wise, and maybe some communication things and being on the same page. And but yeah, I mean, you shut somebody out, you're doing something right. But there's still a lot more out there for us. As far as us reaching our potential and playing the type of football we need to play. Kind of heading towards getting closer to league play.
How about in terms of getting to the quarterback? Statistically wise, they recorded a lot of sacks, and I think maybe the average person thought it would fall off with even Avery and Derek, but Faison and Justice seem to have really stepped up in that role.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can. I thought we found out early in the year, or early in camp, that our ends are pretty good football players, and um, I think we get good push. I think our inside guys are even better than they were a year ago. I mean, I think they're playing pretty well, and we should be getting Save on back full time. So I feel good about our guys up front.
With Justice being, a Florida guy and having sort of that SEC pedigree coming here, what does he add to the defense?
Well, I think Justice is a good football player. I mean, I think he's developing into we do some things differently here than what he was used to, and I think he's making some. I think he's made the transition well. I mean, I think he's still learning in some areas, and I think we're trying to clean up his technique in some areas. And I think he's still raw, and I think he's just only going to get better, which is a good thing. I think he's a good talent, but he's got to be a little more detailed, and he's learning. Like I said, he's learning some new techniques. And fundamentally we're a little bit different than probably what he was used to. But he's a talented kid. He works hard, and so I feel good about that.
Tevin and Christian both got a lot of carries out of the backfield last week. Were you happy with what you saw from both of them? And do you see them as that kind of power and speed mix that you'd like to have?
Yeah, I think they're a good complement to each other. And like I said, we have some other guys who I wish we would have got him some carries. We got to start getting Joe and a little more in there a little bit more. London Pearson. It's a good problem to have. We have I like our backs, and we got to find our ways to use all those guys.
We had Zach in here before you, and he says special teams guys are kind of by themselves, kind of little goofy guys, you know. You agree with that, really, the goofy guys?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, you just kind of let them do their thing. You know, you get ready for Saturday. You know, I don't pretend to be a kicking coach, so I let Coach Stoops handle that, and you know, no, but you know, I think that you know Zach is. I think he's starting to. You know, he had a little, he had a little. I don't know. He was a little hip flexor issue or whatever, and I think by game time, you know, we kind of managed him during the week, and we communicate well with him. And I thought, come game time, I thought he was ready to go and kicked well, and you know, yeah, that's part of the deal. You know, I think Zach, if he does one thing, he tends to overdo it, maybe kick too much or overtrain, and so you always got to pull back on him a little bit, make sure you know you communicate well with him to make sure that he's feeling good going into game day.
It seems, I mean, did he get stronger, do you think? I mean, you're with him every day.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he told me he thought, you know, on a 2 minute drive, we get to the 40, he felt he could make it, and I think he showed he had plenty of leg. You know, he just yanked it just a hair, and yeah, but I think he's getting stronger, and I think you know, I think he's developing. He's getting better. I mean, he's kicked at a pretty high level here for the last 2 years.
Just in terms of, you know, when conditions are right, wind-wise, are you just as confident to send him out there at 50 as you are at 30 yards?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously it's your percentages are going to go down a little bit, um, but yeah, I have confidence in him. You know, and if he knows according to the wind where he can go, and he's pretty honest about it. But he didn't shy away. I mean, he thought the 40-yard line was, you know, he said we get around the 40, you know, put me out there. So, you know, he told me that before the drive started. So, you know, that's a good thing. You know, he's confident, and you know, he's not afraid to go out there and in a situation like that that's pretty tough, and put it on the line. So that's a good mindset to have if you have a kicker that has that kind of mindset.
Just on Central, Coach, your thoughts on Central Connecticut State? I'm sorry.
Very capable team. They have some athletes. Obviously, they have some skill. They going to give you some multiple looks defensively. A little bit of 30 with 34, a little bit of four down, and mix it up pretty good. I don't know how they're going to choose to play us. You know, they've played some. You know, we've watched the games from this year and a little bit from last year. They like to throw it around offensively. They like to throw the ball, and you know, very capable football team. You know, they probably were. You know, I thought they got better as the year went on last year. I thought their team got better. They got a decent amount of returning starters, so I think they're only going to get better as this year goes on, and we'll just see how it goes.
Do you like the way the schedule sets up 3 non-conference, then the bye?
Not really, but for me, I always think you kind of wish you get the bye later in the year, but I doesn't I don't whatever the schedule they give us, we're ready to play. It's I don't get caught up in things that that really you look at the schedule and you get ready to play it and make your decisions accordingly. So we'll be ready to go. It's our job is to just keep getting better. We got to keep this football team on an upward movement. We're not nearly in any phase of the game where we want to be, and I think we understand that, and each day we got to make use of our opportunity to get better, and if we do that, we'll be okay.
You had Vitas in here, and he was talking about Jacob, serving that last 2 weeks of camp. He came on strong and a starter. What have you seen from Jacob so far?
I thought he played really well in the first game. I thought he responded well. Not quite as good in the second game. I thought he was could have played a little bit better. I mean, that he's a young player who's developing, who needs to keep developing, and has a chance to be a good football player. And you know, we gotta, you know, I have confidence in Connor Sharp, who's also gonna, you're also gonna see in there. And um, we, you know, I think that our offensive line, you know, knock on wood, has played pretty good up to this point. But you know, there's still a lot more out there for us. You know, it's the little things, the details that we got to keep getting better at.
A lot of new faces after 2 games. How would you evaluate the way your secondary's performed so far?
Pretty good. I mean, you know, they're, you know, like once again, you know, I go back to the little things. You know, they're things that haven't caught up to us right now will catch up to us if we don't get certain things fixed. But you know, I think that group is developing. I think the depth in that group is developing. Um, uh, we're going to be without DJ Thomas for a while, probably maybe for the year, because he had a kind of an unknown, like a blood clot issue, that they're going to put him on some medicine that's probably going to keep him out. So he'll probably get another year back. So you know, that kind of throws a wrench in things. But we've been developing, you know, our depth in that in the secondary, and feel pretty good about where we are.
Coach, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you. I know you're a big Indians fan, right? 119 in a row.
Don't curse them, Dana. If they lose tonight, your tires are going to be flat.
Pretty good.
You're not supposed to talk about it, Dana. I am a fan.
See, with that bye week, you could maybe go up and see me.
Huh?
With the bye week, you could probably go up there and see me.
I work during my bye week. No, hopefully that streak's going to continue. They got Kluber going tonight, so we'll see.